smoked chicken tandoori cheesy buns. These open, cheesy chicken buns are so delicious and easy to make. Hi and welcome back to Garfin's creation. Nice to see you here. So let's begin with the recipe. To make the buns, we'll need to activate the yeast. Got a cup of lukewarm milk along with half a cup of lukewarm water. The milk and the water needs to be a little warm. Add 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon instant dry yeast. I always like to activate the yeast before putting it to use. Mix it well and then we'll leave it to get nice and frothy. This will take around 5 to 10 minutes. After some time, the yeast is nicely activated. Add 2 cups of maida or all-purpose flour, that is around 250 grams. Also add half a teaspoon of salt and sieve it into the yeast mixture. You will find the detailed recipe in the description box below. I have whisked 1 whole egg and I'll be adding some of it into the dough, and I'll be keeping little for brushing the buns later. Also add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. With the help of a wooden spoon or a spatula, now mix it till it comes together. I will not be kneading this dough. We'll just mix it and it will get ready. So mix the dough well and then we'll leave it for 10 minutes. So once this is done, I will cover it and keep it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I'll be adding 1 tablespoon of room temperature butter. Mix the butter well into the dough. Sometimes, depending on the quality of the maida, you'll find it to be too sticky. You can always add some more flour to it. Cover and keep it for proofing till it doubles in size. Next, let's make the chicken filling. This is 250 grams chicken boneless cut into small cube pieces. We'll marinate it with 2 tablespoons of curds or dahi. Add 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Add salt as per taste. I'm adding around half a teaspoon. Next, I'll be adding 2 teaspoons of chicken tandoori masala. You can use any brand of chicken tandoori masala. Take 1/4 teaspoon of Carom or Ajwain seeds and crush it and add it to the chicken. Add 1 teaspoon of mustard oil. Mustard oil will keep the chicken nice and juicy. Half a tablespoon of lemon juice. You can use normal vegetable oil too if you want to skip the mustard oil. Mix all the ingredients well into the chicken, and now we add a little bit color to this. I'm using liquid orange red color. You can also use any tandoori color available with you. Stir that in as well and we'll leave the chicken to get marinated for half an hour. We'll start cooking the chicken after half an hour. Heat a pan and add 1 tablespoon of oil into it. Once the oil is hot, add the marinated chicken into it. Just stir fry it for a minute. The chicken tandoori recipe is so delicious that you can also have it as a side dish. This is the basic chicken tandoori recipe, so you can also use it to marinate a whole chicken and then grill it too. After stir frying it for a minute, add little water into the same bowl and add it to the chicken. Mix it well and then we will cover and cook it for around 5 to 6 minutes. To give a smoky effect for this chicken, you can place a piece of coal onto the burner below and let the coal burn well. You get good smoke from it. After cooking it for 5 minutes, you can see that it has left some water. So we'll cook it a little more till the gravy dries up. While the chicken is getting cooked, I'll just put a small piece of coal onto the burner so it heats up well. As you can see, there's very little water left in it. I'll be adding one small onion which is diced and separated, half a capsicum that too has been diced into cubes. We will just cook this for about a minute. These chicken tandoori buns are so delicious. I had tasted these at one of the bakery outlets and I thought I had to make them. And they turned out so good that everyone just loved it. So I hope you too will try this recipe out. This looks done and the chicken too looks a bit moist. You can break a small piece of chicken to test whether it's cooked. This looks fine, and now we'll switch off the flame. And now we'll give the smoky effect to this tandoori chicken mix. Make a small well into the same pan and add a small piece of aluminium foil. Put the burnt coal into it and add a little bit of ghee or oil over the burning coal. And immediately cover the dish and let it smoke well. Leave it in there for a minute. All the flavors of the smoke is gone into the chicken and this smells so good. Just give it a stir and then we'll go back to making the buns. The dough has well risen and it is now double in size. Sprinkle some flour over it and we'll empty the content onto the table. You can always add some flour and just roll it so that it doesn't stick. I will just make a round ball out of it by tucking it inside and then just press it gently. Without needing to, this dough is well risen. And now I'll cut it and divide it into 6 equal portions. To make mini sized buns, you can also divide it into 8 portions. Taking one portion and making it into a round ball by tucking it from the sides and then rolling it round. Flatten it a little bit and place it onto a baking tray. Continue making all the buns in the same way and place it onto a baking tray which is lined with butter paper. Also you can dust it with some flour. I'm using a cap of a bottle and pressing it into the center of the bun so you get a nice well type so we can put the filling into it. You can also stretch the dough with your hands or you can use the back of a glass and press it. As you keep doing this, you'll find the buns are already rising. So keep stretching the dough so you get a nice well and you can put the filling inside it. If the dough sticks, just dip the glass into some flour and then press it onto the dough. I will now brush the sides of the bun with a little egg that we had left before. For vegetarians wanting to make this recipe, just skip the egg and use milk instead of the egg wash. And in place of the chicken filling, use paneer instead and follow the same recipe. Adding some mozzarella cheese on the base below. You can use any type of cheese here. Then sprinkle the sides of the bun with some sesame seeds, or also called as til. I'm using white sesame seeds here. The filling is cold enough and add it to the center of the bun. As you keep adding the chicken filling onto the bun, just press it a little bit. As you can see that the buns are already rising again. These delicious chicken buns can be added to your kids' tiffin box too. I'll continue filling all the buns and then add some processed cheese on top. I have just grated some processed cheese here. You can also add mozzarella cheese in place of this processed cheese. I have cut a capsicum that is finely chopped and adding it on top, just a few pieces. To make it a little more spicier, I'm adding some chili flakes on top. These are all done and all set to go into the oven to be baked in a preheated oven at 180 degrees centigrade for around 20 to 25 minutes till you get a nice golden brown all round the sides of the bun. The baking time will differ on your oven. These have been baked with both the heating rods on. When you see a nice golden brown, you can take them out of the oven and let them cool on the cooling rack. These smoked chicken tandoori buns are so delicious that I hope you too will be making them soon. Thanks for watching and do like, share and subscribe to Garfin's Creation. See you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.